You. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And recording it. Record. You. There we go. There we go. All right. We can turn the volume off. Got it. Oh, there you go. See the computer. Yeah, one of those two. Yeah. All right. Well, good evening. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Time is now 5:30 p.m. Mid-Road Fire District Board of Directors will now call the meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call. Please call the roll call.
Director Wiley,
Here.
Director Ogby,
Here.
and Director Jones.
Here.
We have a quorum in Director McGowan will be here in a minute.
And Director Hauser is excused. All right. And staff present.
Happy office.
There you go. And guests in the audience. Looks like we have one. Thank you, sir, for showing. We have Chief Prince from Rural Metro Fire Department, and online we have Chief Holmes from Ivy Fire. Thank you all for joining us. If you would stand with me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Item 2, the agenda is approval of the agenda. Do we have anything that needs to be amended? Move to approve.
Only thing that I had was you had mentioned that we were gonna change.
Where it's an agenda item.
The agenda.
Yes, we have to vote on that.
Okay.
It's an agenda item, so we left it, it's the original one, because that's the original. Awesome.
Then I'll move to accept the current agenda.
There. Second, do we have any discussion? I think you're in, please.
Director Wiley,
Yes.
Director Ogby,
Yes.
and Director Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Right. Now, item 3 on the agenda, approval of the minutes. And everybody had a chance to go through and read them, the minutes for last meeting. And I would approve. Or excuse me, I would entertain a motion.
Should approve those minutes as stated in last.
Sorry. A motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. Any discussion? Here.
Director Wiley,
Yeah.
Director Ogby,
Yes.
and Director Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, moving down, item number 4. Financial report, bills payable and treasury reports. I will leave that open to you. Correct, Webb?
Currently, we have $319,751.45 is a balance in the Evergreen bank account. I just today received a bill from Sorenson, Ramsey, and Ferguson for $11,900, of which I've got to go back and look at it, because it goes back 7 days, and we didn't pay them or the bill already, so we're going to back and check. We're giving you action on that. And also Ruth Nelson, County Finance, was in contact with me about an audit by September 30th, or in lieu of that, if they file a report with basically audits. That's something maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we already discussed that now, and see if that's great. We can get into it. We jump on that one, if you don't mind, we back up to that bill.
Yes.
So did you receive the email? Oh, you copied on this email? Okay, so, a breakdown it's charged prior to, changing the July 1st, I believe. Yes, please, yeah, because I know you just came to you.
Yeah. Right now, on the county side of things, with legal, because the county did have an agreement with Florence Ransom. So right now, that has been included in a back to be paid out by the county, so we're working on it. I would.
Yeah, in this breakdown, it stated also that there was a difference in the amount. And then was this a request to amend the contract or the county's side, or was it, okay, so it wasn't for the district to amend the contract?
No, so it's the county's working on that side of things, so when I have an update, I will let you know.
Okay. And I will just, so you have a copy for your records. That was the email correspondence. Awesome. So then we can bump back forward to, the in lieu of audit.
In lieu of audit, yeah. So, what reach out to me, it says she can file a report with you. Likely to be the- Where do we want to go on that? There's looks like there's an $80 fee. Either way.
I would, entertain a motion. That's the route we're going to go. Have a discussion before we
We just did a big transition from county to fire district. The fund, not somebody else look at everything. Versus one part of the bill.
The county still owns the remaining funds because it's not.
Yeah.
So the funds are still in the county's. They did move it to a different. It's a different fund. They said it's some paperwork.
But just taking it, we were doing the limit, just make sure everything's clear before we just file
So
it.
we have, the drawback to that is we have until September 30th to file. Yes. That is, yeah. It's a days, yeah. So do you have her, you read what she?
Good afternoon. I just want to bring your attention to the report in lieu of audit due to the Secretary of State by that's come 30th. That whole thing. I believe it was made off the, I can provide the need. I just want to bring your attention that the report in lieu of audit is due to the Secretary of State by December 30th. The link to the website, would you like me to file it and forward you invoice? I believe it's the provide you for from our accounting software if you like. So please let me know as soon as possible since we have history of being left. I feel like we discussed this. And I think the report will provide the same.
So,
Yeah, okay. So there's interest in just doing the full. Okay.
I think they're. However, we have. So a full audit is something you can do the first year, maybe. Yeah.
particular purpose, and
Yeah.
So I'll get.
I agree.
Well, I would entertain.
I'll make a motion that for the state. Okay.
So I have a motion and a second for Ruth to file the in lieu of audit for 2024-25. Really, yes, Secretary of State. So Secretary of State. Okay. Thank you. And any further discussion? And roll call, please.
Director McGowan,
Yes.
Director Michael,
Yeah.
Director Comby,
Yeah.
and Director Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
There, anything else for the treasurer's report?
No, pretty much covered.
What about the Elgate?
Elgin, we are waiting. I sent them what they had requested, but there was kind of some confusion with them with the name change and that, so. They didn't give more information of which. They need minutes where we've actually voted. The one I sent them to them, I either misinterpreted what they wanted or they just weren't clear. They just wanted minutes where we discussed the LGI. And that's what I sent them, and yes, they said that's been actually voted. So we need to make a motion and vote on it and rescind.
Would entertain a motion.
Do we have that? Or just need to be adjourned? Okay.
Just needs to be, it just needs to be adjourned and motion chief.
I'll make that motion that we.
I make a motion that we actually vote on going with the investment into the LGID, with the remainder of the grant money that was with our, this is starting with.
Second.
I have a first and a second, we have any discussion on
Also,
the only thing I want to say is I think we need to have, a clearly defined, motion that we. I know they mentioned it had to have, to be a certain way. In the email. The, that'll be a, yes. I forwarded that to you.
Yeah.
Because motion needs to be, make a motion that we. Or some trading.
So in the email, I just finished here. I don't make it. I don't think I can make it. Can I make a motion? No, I cannot. I can second, I can't make it. So that's the,
So let's say that they are assuming you say.
I make a motion we approve investment.
I think we don't stop before we do that. We currently have a motion and a second on the table and we're in discussion. So, we need to amend that motion. So
I make a motion, we amend our motion to do. So the motion I have to make is we approve investment and participation in local government investment pool with the Oregon State Treasury.
first,
Second.
first and second from the amendment. Any further discussion? All right, seeing no further discussion, you would take the roll, please, on
Director McGowan,
Yes.
Dr. Whiteley,
Yeah.
Dr. Bugby,
Yes.
and Dr. Jones.
yes.
Carried 4-0.
So after our next meeting, when these minutes are approved, you would be able to send them. Anything else with the treasurer report?
That should be it.
Moving out of the financial report, item number 4, we'll move into item number 5, which is public comment. Do any members of the public wish to comment today? Seeing none online, we'll out of item number 5 and into item number 6, which is old business. And in old business, we had the Starlink mobile system purchase update and okay. Yes. Oh, you were on fire. So let's just go ahead and I know.
Currently waiting to order, waiting for the new car from Evergreen. I'm gonna drop by there tomorrow. When so right now it's just bad.
Did you receive one?
No.
Okay. There was, once we changed the name, it was the station. Okay. All right, so yeah, as soon as you get that.
Yeah.
Clear order. Okay, moving on to item 6B, informal quotes for consultant services.
So last week I brought to the table that we talked about hiring consultant services to get some more numbers and information for us to make decisions. This is something. Yeah. Take one of them. This is something I put together so that we can go for something that something that we can actually have them say this is what we're looking for. So I'd like you guys to look over that and let me know. If you're okay with that verbiage, then I can bring it back next week or next meeting, or we can make a decision to move forward and put this into a letter. This is a section of the I want this. Skipping around, but instead of it going on for the whole district. Collaboration, they working, and then have a section of it that was supposed to be funding and funding sources.
Yes.
I believe it did.
The concern with that is the cost of things has changed for the past 4.5, 5 years. Other than that, it was a complete study done.
March down. Sources.
It's
I understand that. The average rate, maybe like that's a. Should be old or better.
well, in for our policy, the dollar figure is but we don't need a full fee. We need just 3 informed bids. Yeah.
And I don't want to say that, I don't want to have us decide in the meeting minutes or spending time until we get it back, because the minutes to get for potential bidders to go, oh, look, this is what their cap is, this is what we're gonna give you.
Right.
The thing I'm looking for is that we get current numbers. We also have a new. Since that original bid, we have an agreement, like I said, is possibly including future where we're going. And my question is the study should connect build out our tax base and then have services? Or do we continue the model we use now? So, subscription-based service. So there's some things that I feel that aren't in that report, giving us that decision making. This study, I'm pushing to say that we actually need to do before we just go out and start handing for money, because the concern with no new taxes is huge. And I really want to make sure we do the right financial decision for our district before we set the range. And you feel like that before we suitable options to it does. But I don't feel that it's approaching the direct majority.
Yeah.
It's categorical.
I believe it was too, it was giving different options, creating the district. Gave the option of zone 2, but we are already past that now because we have established an actual fire district under 478.
So it's got to be handled those other different, the strategy to fund those.
Using the different zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the strategy they follow. So we think those are two, three, but three is one to so that only mechanism of the ideas that use those their decisions with funding options. Into studies that we can try to work with now. We just won't get at it. This is going to cost money together. Outside insiders of the if you have something to say that you can say, I think invest in it. That we can the reaction from what we established.
I'm happy to take the rate report to the questions that I have reviewed. The decision, just trying to move the direction. Information. We can have to I just want to make sure that we're going in that direction. And I would like to do that to see if there's any questions that we could.
Yeah, it is. And I like that idea. If we go through this and see, just check off this talk about this talk, so then we know if there's other items in here that we didn't cover by that, then we can bring a list. Extend it out, so we'll just table it.
But do please take that with you and look over it.
Yeah, thank you for putting this together.
Originally, and then I moved to local resource.
Any more discussion on the consultant reports? Or consultant quotes? All right. And now we'll move down to item 6C, district ordinance list, and sent a list to all of you. I go through them, common local fire districts ordinances, and then also an example ordinance package. Is something for us to start thinking about, because we will need to start creating ordinances for the district. Since we have the AHJ, these need to be put into place. So on the original one, obviously, common local fire district ordinance is in Oregon, burning regulations, firework restrictions, open flame outdoor fires, defensible space, vegetation management, addressing and access, building standards, false alarm ordinances, special permits and inspections, cost recovery and service fees, and then adoption of the Oregon Fire local version. So those are the common ones that are out there right now. Example ordinance package for us. This gives an example of the ordinance title and the number. So basically, this is something we need to start thinking about. If this is maybe a discussion we can have this evening to find out if we want to go with any of these ordinances or subtract them. The first one would be an adoption of Oregon Fire Code. Second one would be an open burning regulations ordinance. Third would be fireworks restrictions. Fourth would be dispensable space and hazards abatement. Number 5 would be an addressing and emergency access. 6 would be false alarms. 7 would be cost recovery for emergency services. And then 8 would be special permits and inspections. So we could go through and work on these like individually, or we can bring them all forward and work on them together in our following general meetings. What's your thoughts? These ones that we want to proceed with, or are there other ones you think we should have?
Yes.
Yes and yes. Okay. So keep all these on the table.
Yes.
It's. Maybe it's like this, it's all on what's, what we should get here, a little bigger. It's more. It's like maybe it carry over.
Yeah, in a sense, we then you for sure. That's the basic, yeah. But for our district, we need to have that as an actual ordinance.
That's weird. There's a question. Contacted him. Their survey. We have.
We have guidelines. It isn't a state of thought.
And see, us as the district are the, so we actually have to have these put in place.
State.
The area had, but now that it's a fire district, it's under, it has to have its. That was my understanding of the discussion.
Which also means we need to be able to enforce it.
Yes.
And we don't have the ability to do that right now either.
Right. So currently, we will ask, what's of them to enforce or, part of the, agreement can be amended to allow rural metro to enforce those on our behalf. They have to be on booked because currently in the area that was my understanding, and I'm not repeating this wrong, but the area that was once considered unprotected or disturbed was under the OSFM ordinance. But now that it is, that area is now a fire district, it falls under the district to have those ordinances in place.
Which we're gonna say. Because some ordinances, we still have to be able to enforce them. We're gonna, let's get out of the. You're sure.
Just another step that we have to take in order to have that enforced.
And will be forced. They chase.
Not if it's above beyond their, so if they have. We can oversee. We can enforce their. We'd have to check on it for sure.
Yeah.
Because we don't have.
Maybe that's something we could get in here as we go through these and make sure that, that we're doing it correctly. Yeah. And then as far as the enforcement side of it,
Would it be easier to do this in a committee level, instead of the meetings, so we'll get two people, get the ordinances done, all we do it versus trying to coordinate this?
it's definitely probably go quicker. Do we want to create another committee? And do
I'm just saying, it might be quicker.
definitely be,
And then bring before it's signals.
yes. I think that would be a. Yeah, with that, create another committee. All of the, it's ordinance. Should there, or ordinance, do the ordinance committee,
No, let's give it a more general term, so that we can get people.
fire prevention committee. Who would like to be on the fire prevention committee?
I'll do.
And another.
I'll do it.
Okay, Rob. Yeah. So for the. Director Wiley. Director Lee. For now, the fire prevention committee. Or do you want to start with this for? And yeah, or do you want this to be prevention? Committee? Prevention. Yeah, because we got more. Fire. Okay.
Real quick, while we're still on that topic, like district. So, we talked about looking at the district to grab what they have, we get this is like district to ours. Even now, that is. Get like, because they don't have the. Mountainous trees, forest area. Consider. District. Okay. Give these.
And then, yes, it is. That make okay, that's the district, but the water district. Like, sorry.
Side augmentation.
Ivy, what about her? Do you guys have your own up there? State or you? Let's say. District is. The back state. Yeah, district, you know, it's overseas. Nothing. Just possibly. Okay. District overseas. Yeah. Yeah, sure, because they have a river and highway. Okay.
Anything else with district ordinances?
I think our local for the farmer for the same,
Yes.
but it's contract. Get that, yeah.
All right. Moving on to 6C, we'll move into new business, 7A, committee reports. And we'll start with staffing, which is Director McGowan and Director Hausberger.
Few things to get Ian to talk to. Like. It's repeated related to staff. Position. For. The district. People have the long conversation about, again, rather than actually judges, which. Relatively. And I think our session after the say on some steps will give us discussion. How we should straight back. That individual can take whatever in general, yeah, it's safe. Of course.
Did, you bring anything up about the, that you,
Yeah. I forward you guys to Jesus. About expand that, yeah.
I have a copy of it. But it has a section in there, about the staffing, doesn't it?
It was, the way I read this was to. That didn't occur, right? RJ built it. Further, the district. Should be district fire, should be. Or. The district being so operating. Oh, it's been. And it does explain the. We're confident to change the configuration. Being represented, giving the configuration, but also. For grants. Submitting for grants. So this week, we were talking. Or this is. Either way, she's stuff. It's if this is if this meets our needs, I'm cutting your needs. No, I have a get.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can. And that's, we would be able to, but I just, we had staff. Well, the function, because that's part of the staff. Already. Your committee, so. Yes, it's.
The goal objectives.
Is this something that you want to put, this paper for now, or do you put it on the next agenda? We can, yeah, so let's move it to strategic planning. Okay. Perfect. All right, any more? Communications committee, Director Wiley and myself. Anything communications wise, we looked. Chief Mill, that was the inspiration. Communication. Right, so the update on the website, it's getting closer being done. It will, once it's up and running, it'll show under the midroadfiredistrict.com. Have the domain still. It's quite a process. So what I have done, Director Gowan, you needed some individual email addresses for us to be able to do training.
Yes.
Okay, so I created individual email addresses for each of us under the midroadfiredistrict.com. And it is your first initial dot last name. And after the meeting, I will give you all your passwords that you can then log in on the webmail site. Read your passwords. It's first initial dot last name. No. Dot. And then there's also this, so that we'll put that on the website so people for the contact. So
Got
and again, like I said, I will give you all the web address to log into, or you can go and check your password. But give you the temporary password as well.
So once he signs the self-aware solutions and come back with that.
The website access directly. Select, right, get forward, from district. Like I know there's. Okay, edit. And get this.
Do we need to have a link for that on our website as well? No, okay. Didn't know if like a member link or something. Okay, if I could go back. We go ahead and be on it real quick. Yeah. Yeah, let's that's where we can bring that back up here in 9. Yeah. Okay, let's see, communications, okay, so now we. Compensation meeting. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So policies and procedure committee, the report be myself. I do know that we discussed working on a donations policy here, and then there is that list of policies also. I think I could. Correct. Okay. Or suggested. So we just need to work on this. And then we have some ready by next meeting. Okay, and then consideration committee director Wiley, myself. Since our last meeting, we were going to have it today, but Chief Nelson didn't have some finite figures. Push it on to the next scheduled meeting. And it's PlayStation. And is he on vacation? Okay, so then there's that. But he didn't have the final information. So, okay, we'll move out of committee reports and moving to item 7B, change agenda item number 4. So currently item number 4 is financial report. I think I would like to see that we change that to secretary/treasurer report so it can include more items that you report on and not just the financial report, because you do more especially like upcoming financial report, but I just think you can define your position better. If everybody's good with that, we can do a without objection. We can change without objection. Discussion on that. Very good. All right, so without objection, we will change line item number 4 on our agenda, which means we will have to do amendment on policy. Right. It states actually, it states, let's see it here. Yeah, I believe it states, let's see, section 3. The agenda shall specify all matter matters scheduled to come before the board of the meeting under the following headline when applicable. So because it says when applicable, do we need to change this because it's in here as by now? Okay, so we'll change that then to, so we'll have to amend this, policy.
So we need to vote in that we change.
Written and drafted, correct? Yes.
And notice.
Has to be drafted, but it's.
Well, we should.
Yeah. Yeah. Be nice if we could do things like that, but they have to be, it has to be on an agenda item, for us to make that.
Change.
But we can, what we've done today is without a change, we've agreed to change it to secretary / treasurer report. So then what we'll do is create the amendment to the policy.
Well, maybe 2 weeks later.
No, it just has to be on the policy. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we'll move that, it'll become old business, next agenda.
Just looking. Register on district. You said.
The website is basically, it could go. A couple of little things that you need to do before it opens. It does, okay, so I will work on that, get it, I'll send you all, a temporary link to it, if it's not high, that way you can all view it. And if there's any, but it covers everything required for a fire district, but we need to have that as a vote to approve. One. Finance.
So
The website. Okay, all right, just making sure. We are staying the legalese. Okay. All right, so yeah, once that's done, I'll turn the link down, everybody can view it. Okay, so moving on to item 7B. Executive session requirement. So we were going to have our consideration committee meeting with Chief Nelson in an executive session. However, in reading all the permitted executive session items, it did not fall under the 7 that we can actually do executive session. So I sent this email out. This is part of the packet. Just for future reference, these 7 items are the only thing that we went to executive session for. So everything else has to be in a general meeting. And this is the only record that I can find. Yes. So there was this fire. Right, there's part of that. Well, it was part of the package part, yeah, it's part of the agenda and there's.
I thought,
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, so yeah, so moving forward, Cassie is able to find a different state statute that allows other items. That's what we have to do for executive session. Any other questions or discussion on that? Then we'll move to correspondence. Review of any letters, emails, or documents received, and I gave you the one from our legal counsel, so we already did that. So that one's good. All right, so that was part of the hanging out the legal fees, but we've already discussed that in your report. So That's the only one. Did we have any letters at the post office? Nobody's sending us anything.
No, so
It's the bill. Oh, is that the one we do? Material. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And so I submitted, all of this for, except for you. Where we go, we're going through. So I submitted, for the scholarship for all of us, waiting to hear back for that. Then, in English, they said it may only be a couple, or it could be all of us, but until we get that, then we'll get everybody else signed up, and then I believe we would need to we've already discussed that. So once we get that back on who got the scholarships, then we'll get everything that's registered. So moving on to agenda item 9, additional matters at the board. There's an open floor for board reports from West Fork. No.
Going back to what I had is, I did talk to Matt after, she said if we have her just issue the blue, she needs all our titles needed. You want me to just give her those new email addresses? Okay.
Yeah, you can do by title.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so try to do this. Give first initial. Awesome. Do you have any other matters?
Yeah, like they should go to agenda next meeting.
We call it Brandon. Oh, Brandon.
Because shirts and yeah, look at the bring information back to the community. What it costs or what it takes to put in welcome to the district. So you check it over.
Something like for 911, to be on, it says, you know, now entering mid-road fire district, so they can say, hey, I'm in this district. They have.
There's an education people sort of move through service. I don't find out the price and say it. Internet, fire district. Probably serve.
Do we want maybe ordering fire districts to maybe work something to where now the mid-road fire district entering this fire district? I mean,
First thing I need to bring that is the thought. So we'll make sure it comes into this over there.
I do have one thing to bring up. So I know we decided on every other Monday for our meetings. However, this month has 5 Mondays. And every other will end up putting us back on the first Monday of October, which we cannot do because the facility is not available first Monday. So change start. So we need to change that to the second. And that's what I'm going to ask right now.
that is the option.
It would be with these things, and just need to.
I think on our next, like, we can put that on our social media and say, hey, we put ESA.
So, without objection, I would make note that our meetings will be held the second and fourth Monday of every, so that those 2 months that have a fifth Monday don't cause an issue. However, what that does now is it's 3 weeks before we're having a meeting. So,
We go. David. Yeah.
okay, so that's what I was gonna ask, do we want to hold a special meeting in between the next meeting? Or for another strategic meeting in between now. Or we want to do strategic planning meeting in between the next two generals. And dates for what we have for days of the week, and we can check availability of this facility. And so let's see today. So our next general meeting would be the 13th of October. So between now and the 13th of October, is there any day that would work best other than October 6th for that? Understand. We want 500 pounds. 2 weeks in between the strategic meetings. So that would put us the week of the 6th. Maybe a Wednesday night. That's something that's doable. Wednesday the 8th. What's that?
That's just a
Strategic planning
workshop.
Yeah. Very young, so for you. Same time, 5:30. Or yeah, if you want to do the missions. Want to do 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 8th. Does that work? 6 p.m. Wednesday the 8th. October 8th, that is. And this facility, job. No, let me double up. Yeah, somebody may have booked it, so if nobody has booked it as of this week, then I think we're okay, but let me double check. Providing this facility is open, Wednesday, 6 p.m. October 8th. If that changes, send an email out. We do that through you. We're picking a date. This date or Wednesday the 8th. It's actually good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect.
We get too far. Meeting we schedule a river possible.
Yeah.
Well, we also have training that we can try to. That's what we give.
So that weekend we're, yeah, we have the training at North. I mean, we can still hold a general meeting on that day. Keep it. Now, I may have to be on Zoom for that one. If we, that one's still questionable on the actual day. So that's the case that 24th of November.
Yeah. My wife and her, staying, but see if I go longer.
You need to be on to also. Well, so somebody would have. Somebody. All right, figure that out.
We'll get.
Cross that bridge.
We'll have a meeting there.
Okay, all right. Any other matters from the board? Hearing none, I would, without objection, to adjourn today's meeting. Hearing none, we will adjourn today's meeting at 6:29 p.m. And we will go into a strategic planning meeting in about 15 minutes. So thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.